Alas, your guest failed to give a name.
The real world is no more.
Portals in a fountain? Not terribly practical.
It was a secret passage. Henrietta and I would use it to...
Hide from your governess, which luckily she noted down in her diary, thus I knew where to await you. Never mind that. Has the young lady agreed to help clean up the mess she's made?
She has.
And stop treating me as if I were a child.
Would you prefer I treated you like the lying that manipulated you, huh?
I get why he's annoyed. I was as well, but after hanging out with the...
Apologies.
Some things made sense. So, yeah. I think we should all be respectful towards each other.
Go. Really want to be done with this.
Indeed, I do. I want to save the city and move on. Maybe retire. I really hope this plays out well and the vampire doesn't end up killing her or something. Technically he shouldn't, but you never know.
Nice place.
Isn't it? Offers a lovely view of the valley. On a clear day, you can see the outlines of Duntine.
Is it, though? A ruin like any other, I think.
So sensitive. So aware. Honestly, what did Dettlaff ever see in you?
Perhaps he'll tell you himself.
Are you nervous?
You nervous?
I don't think she's nervous though.
It's always a bit nerve-wracking meeting an ex. Especially so when said ex is a vampire.
I doubt he'll be in the mood for jests.
I know. May I be honest? Yes, I'm nervous. I really would prefer just to run off. I gave my word I would help, I know. But how much is that worth?
We'll keep you safe.
Yet I owe
if anything
him
goes
this
wrong.
meeting. And that is that.
Let's get ready. Dettlaff will be here any moment now.
I wonder how differently this would play out if you didn't do basically what I did and went with the other option. Because I don't think it would turn out exactly the same at some point, right? I feel like I made the right choice though. Just like in the last DLC as well. Ended up killing the mage with the mirrors.
Syanna, I have a question I must ask you. Did you truly feign it all? That which bound us was a ruse?
Dettlaff, it's not that simple.
Oh no, it's very simple. You either deceived me or not. In forgiving you, I grieve. For now, we must part.
What? But how?
Why is she back here? I mean, it's better than being dead, right?
The ribbon.
Ha! Seems I've been fooled again. She will pay for this, sooner or later. She will.
Okay, I think it's time we kill this guy now.
You never should have meddled with her.
I tried to help him and still doesn't care. Not appreciating anything I did. Can I just watch them instead of doing anything? I feel like the vampires should fight each other. Okay, never mind. I can just watch them. My sword is broken though. Wait, what? No, don't kill him. My friend, I mean. Oh, I think I actually don't have to fight him. Like, I can just watch. Good. I fought so many bosses already. Aren't vampires technically immortal though? Unless you stab them maybe in— okay, never mind. Stab them in the heart or something. I should have just killed you the first time I had the chance to do so. What does it say? It was saying something too dangerous. I fought him once, so it should be pretty easy. He wasn't that difficult to get rid of him at first. I don't know if he'll have a second crazy phase or something. He mainly hits there anyway. Okay, I think this should definitely be the last fight. I don't see what else I will be fighting after this. Okay. Why do I mention things? I mention things and then they happen.
Gods, start praying now.
Interesting, okay. Oh my god, okay, crazy. Crazy. Why am I so slow all of a sudden? What? I'm gonna die. I can't even use my ability. Bard face? Well, it can't fly anymore. I don't think it's done, and I'm low on health again. Can I shut up, please? No! Is it just him? Yeah, it is. I'm just gonna keep dodging while I'm healing. It doesn't seem as aggressive as the second phase. Oh, this is not him. I think I'm supposed to hit the brain or whatever this is. Okay, I think I can manage without dying. As long as it's just this. There's more, right? Yep. One more. Aren't I done? Just die already. I can't believe I did. I died a couple of times though. Second phase was the worst so far. But it did help actually running like around. Even my beard grew in the meantime. Oh, he's still alive? That's good. He's the only good vampire that we know of. Is it not dead yet? Like fully? Yeah, it is. Why is it still moving?
Leave him to me.
I thought he was gonna save him. I was like...
I insist.
He deserves it though, so there's nothing really to be sorry about. I tried to help him, he took my help the wrong way. I know they had the bond though, that they were good friends. I've fought so many things in this DLC. So much more compared to the previous one. What am I wearing exactly?
My, what a smashing ensemble. You
I think it looks good.
Shut up.
Especially the color as well.
The caftan is sewn of the best fabrics available, and according to the best tailoring practices. But one must have a modicum of taste to appreciate this. Even the most exquisite robes cover only deficiencies in beauty, never in refinement.
Rather not bicker about taste. Don't like to. It's neither interesting nor productive.
This particular Witcher has an inborn intolerance for formal occasions. Yet he's to attend just such an event shortly. I expect that's the source of his prickliness. So try not to take things personally, Master Tailor. Rather pity him. For in truth, stage fright overwhelms him. He trembles at the thought that he has no notion how to behave in the presence of Her Grace's Majesty.
As well he should. All that
He'd be
being
lying
as it
now,
may,
but it's fine.
Toussaint's highest honor, the Order of Vitis Vinifera, demands appropriate attire. The Duchess cannot be expected to drape the medal on a suit of armor caked in mud. Palace protocol places enormous emphasis on form, virtuous tradition, etiquette.
Huh. A tradition which values appearances ahead of all else. Which calls for lordly, glistening triviality and misplaced generosity.
Sound wistful. Pensive, Regis. That because they refuse to buy you a new outfit?
Hardly. It's the tone I ever adopt when I find myself pondering, which, believe it or not, happens quite a lot. Besides, I've no need for a new outfit as I shall not be attending the ceremony.
He never does,
Because
actually.
unlike you, I don't have to. I shall begin to pack my belongings instead. I trust you'll join me later, once you're richer by a medal and a fascinating new experience?
Count on it. Ceremonies, medals honoring virtues, just keeps coming up.
I've had no reprieve either. And I keep thinking of the last great virtue, compassion. It's the one piece of the puzzle that never seemed to fit.
Mean you suddenly believe the 5 virtues theory, after all we've revealed?
It's not a question of belief, superstition, or old wives' tales. It's a conclusion derived through exercising pure logic. Syanna planned everything in advance. Had we not stopped her, surely there'd have been a 5th victim. One the gossips would have associated with a lack of compassion.
Her plans don't matter now. Can't act on them. Ask the messenger who delivered my invitation to the ceremony. Syanna's in the palace. Courtiers pressured the Duchess to lock her in a tower.
Do you care not a whit?
Well,
who else
she's
was in her
alive
black
and
book?
well, at least.
We've some time before the ceremony. We could still chat with
So
that
the
boot
Duchess
cleaning
shouldn't be
urchin.
mad.
He was the one to pass the victims' names to Dettlaff. Perhaps we missed something.
Regis, Bootblack didn't say anything about making deliveries when we talked to him. How do you know he handled the letters?
While you basked in glory and tried on new formal wear, I conducted a little investigation of my own. You'd be very proud to see how I conducted myself. I began by concocting an ample supply of boot wash for our enterprising young friend. I'd observed that among street folk, amidst their society as a whole, reciprocity takes precedence over all other codes, and thus no good deed goes unrewarded. Of course, the same holds true for malicious or destructive deeds.
The letters. What's the connection?
When the bootblack arrived to collect his bucketful, he hinted he knew more. Simply put, we'd failed to ask the proper questions when we chatted earlier. It took a bit more tongue-loosening, but ultimately he spoke. He admitted he'd handed Dettlaff the letters. He knew this information was valuable to me. In providing it, he was simply repaying me.
All in all, why not check up on that? We'll go together, assuming we're done here.
I am done, yes. It lies in your hands now to see if you are able to present my handiwork at the ceremony with the dignity it
I'm
is
sure I
due.
will.
Or if you will first destroy it, crawling about the city's underbelly.
Promise to be careful.
Oh, it's the swordsman. Good to see you. Here for a spiffing? Dirty boots are a stain on professional dignity, you know. Step on up.
Need to ask you something.
Yet again? Go on then. I'm a proponent of free speech and I will gladly tell you all I know. But why not get your boots shanked while we jabber?
Why does he want to do this? Like, I
Guess
don't
they
want him
could
to
use
do
a spit and
so,
polish.
but he just...
Then I shall take
I guess
advantage
he's
as well.
just used to it.
A friend of mine used to say boots should be as clean as the soles that wear them.
Clean boots, clean soles. A fine slogan.
Didn't I just get those shoes anyway? So they should be, you know, squeaky clean already?
How's business?
Well enough. I can't complain. Though it'd be even better were certain folk to sit down for a shine as they stood and chatted.
Man in the frock coat. You passed him some letters, remember?
Why, of course. I'm young, got a mind like a steel trap, but...
If you're about to tell me this information will cost me, forget it. How'd you get those letters?
I gave him like
brought them.
450 coins, I think.
Why didn't you tell us this before, when we first talked?
You didn't ask about beggars now, did you?
Beggars. Tell us more about them. How many were there?
Why, 4. 1 for each letter.
Just 4? Sure you didn't get a 5th?
I can't count, you know.
Remember anything else? These beggars have anything in common?
What? Come now. Each was different. Some had mismatched boots, others had no boots at all. Oh, I know! They all had no home!
Kid, my patience is starting to run a little thin. Now think hard. Remember what they looked like?
Of course. I've a mind like a steel trap, as I said. They were ragged, unshaved. Their clothes were tattered. As to their boots, well, I mentioned that already.
Geralt, allow me to ask a question. Listen, lad. I'll be glad to mix another batch of that boot shine for you. But you must focus now and tell us all you know. Where can we find the beggars?
Well, at the shelter, most like.
Where's that?
Everyone knows. It's just round the corner. Up those stairs, then right.
Thanks, kid. For your trouble.
How will he know
We must visit the shelter.
if he's
Look
gonna get
around
another one of
inside.
those like boot cleanings solution?
Witcher.
How does everyone know that I'm a witcher?
You've to move your little camp elsewhere.
I don't think everyone knows who I am.
This is a decent district. You? What do you want?
To talk.
Here, that's a waste of breath. We've tried it, only to tire our lips. We'll use other means of persuasion now.
Gentlemen,
Do you mean your fists?
please.
Either get out along with these flea-ridden vagabonds, or we'll toss you all out. Our patience is gone. This place is no longer a rank refuse dump.
Scram! Decent folk live here.
The shelter, them living here, bothers you. Question is why?
Look, Ballard. Another defender of the poor. Fighter for justice.
I mean,
Damn
yeah,
nuisance.
makes sense.
We've our women and young
Protect the
folk
weak.
living next door. When even grown men fear to walk past such rabble.
Decent folk you mention. Mean yourselves?
Why? Do you doubt it?
Hell yes.
Hear that, Artois? He poking insults us. On our own turf.
These two
We
seem
should
like
step aside,
trouble.
good fellow. My friend is perfectly capable of settling this unfortunate dispute on his own.
Am I gonna punch them? I thought I was done fighting.
I almost dumped my guts.
At least it's humans, so it shouldn't take very long. Oh, okay, they're ganging up on me. You're gonna mess up my outfit. And the Duchess is not gonna be very happy about it. So, don't make me bleed. I punched him and then I dodged.
All right. I can take a hint. Come, time to go.
I thank you so much for your aid. I tried to reason with them, but they'd have beat me blue had you not come along. I'm grateful. Immensely.
What did they want from you?
They are neighbors. Wish me to take my folk, the shelter, elsewhere. They dislike that I help the beggars. I do not oppose going elsewhere were we to have somewhere to go. But you've come with a problem, have you? My turn to aid you.
What
I
is
thought we
this
were
place?
finished, but
Poorhouse?
apparently
You
not.
could call it that. They come here to rest and eat a hot meal.
You help them, why?
Because they need help.
Need some information.
We
Looking
kind of
for a
knew that
man who
already,
might have
though.
mentioned the boot black in Rue de Garl.
The boot black. A feisty lad. I know him.
Any of your, wards supposed to meet him recently or soon?
Forgive me. Those I help and I are not so close that I would know. But should you wait, they'll all soon come for their meal. You can question them yourselves.
Sure all your usual beggars will be here?
They're not obliged to come, of course. But they rarely find a decent meal elsewhere. So, almost all in the area eat here.
Thanks. We'll wait. Nice of you to let us.
Aren't we gonna be late to the event that we're supposed to go to? Because I assume it's today, right?
My dears, I've a matter to address before I serve the soup. These two gentlemen have some questions of you. Pay attention. Answer in brief. For if you draw it out, your soup will go cold. And we wouldn't want that, would we?
Recently, 4 of you delivered sealed letters to the boot black. I know this.
Does anyone know what the gentleman means? Go on, speak up. Romain?
Why should I squeal? We were all told not to mention the letters. We all swore.
You can tell me, Romain. You were given a letter and you delivered it, right? Good work, Romain. Thank you. Who else?
I got one too. gave it to the bootblack.
I didn't know they would be so willing to
He got
cooperate.
one, but he can't tell you, as he's not here.
I still have mine. I'm to deliver it 2 days after the Feast of St. Barnabas.
It's a matter of importance to the Duchy. Hand it over, or I'll take it from you. Plain and simple.
But I was to deliver it personally. Let no one else see it. That is what she said, and she was frightening.
You ought to heed folk who are kind and honest. These men helped me a short while ago, helped all of us. If this individual threatened you, you need not keep the promise you made.
All right, take it. I didn't want to see the boot black anyways. It's always muddy there.
I feel like this is supposed to give you information, right? Yeah, revealing the fifth victim? I think it's a good thing I took it.
Damn it.
What is it? Another name, truly?
See for yourself.
Well. I must say, even I did
It's
not
someone
expect this.
we know, right?
This time you will see to our Duchessa. It seems we underestimated Syanna rather grossly.
Well, she betrayed
Judging
us.
by this, Dettlaff was literally supposed to tear her heart out.
Yet first you must snap her neck. Puzzling.
Puzzle complete now.
Alas, the matter ceased to be a tantalizing brain tease and has turned incredibly grave.
I think she was
We've
just the
proof of a
fifth
plot to
victim,
assassinate
actually, not
Toussaint's ruler.
that she blackmailed
We've
us. I might
proof
have
of a coup
misunderstood
d'etat.
that.
Think
Is it
it's a
even
good
worth
idea.
it?
After all, we foiled her carefully planned scheme. Think she'll even want to?
Talk to you? Would it harm you in any way to try?
No, I guess.
Some philosophers think empirical examination the sole path to knowledge. I believe you mentioned the Duchess keeps Syanna locked up.
Courtiers were insisting on a harsher punishment. Much harsher. Think Anna Henrietta had to protect her sister from a lynch mob as much as she wanted to protect her subjects from a criminal. One way or another, she's locked away in a secluded wing of the palace, awaiting trial before a court of law.
Well, at least she's not in
Need to
Dreamworld
get
anymore.
past some guards to see her. So, meet up once it's over? Assuming you'd rather not see Syanna again.
You assume correctly. I shall await you at Mère la Chaise Longue with a hot mug of mandrake brew to keep me company.
He's a great friend, honestly.
Halt!
Need to see Syanna, urgently.
In the matter of...
Should I just say the truth? Because I feel like it'll be more likely that he'll let me through.
Need to interrogate her. New facts have come to light. Need them explained. Seems she was planning your Duchess's assassination.
Ah, fine then.
See, I knew it.
You're that witcher who solved the murders, no? Then you've my permission, but only for a few minutes.
Promise to be brief.
Am I? Yeah, I'm following him. Having your sister killed, though, that's a bit
The witcher will speak
extreme.
with the inmate. You can take a momentary break.
As long as it's truly but a moment. Highly irregular, this.
Oh, I thought she was locked up now, like she was in an
Have you
actual
come
room.
to see how I fare? I'm fine, thank you. Artorius' ribbon worked wonders. It's a shame they took it from
I
me
know
for...
who the fifth victim was supposed to be.
Goodness, you're simply a compulsive snoop. I'm in prison. Dettlaff is dead. Could you not just drop it?
Syanna, stop pretending you couldn't care less. I know it's an act, and it's really starting to wear. Why do you want to kill her?
For such an accomplished investigator to ask about the obvious? Come now, Geralt. Why do you think?
She said because she turned her back, but I don't know if she forgot about her. I think the Duchess did mention that she didn't miss her. That's what
Because
she
turned
said.
her back on you, then banished all memory of you.
Bravo, Geralt. Yet another riddle solved, and your sick curiosity sated.
So is it this then?
Well,
Okay.
what now? Off to share your discovery with Anna Henrietta? Oh, she's no longer in danger, true. But she very well might add a little something to your reward.
Definitely gonna tell her. Not necessarily for the coin, though.
Then why do it at all?
She ought to know.
For
If
justice.
only 'cause you'll probably try to kill her again if she ever lets you out.
I probably will.
Perhaps, just for a second, you could stop dwelling on all the wrongs folk have done you and forgive her.
Why should I?
For old time's sake. You loved each other once.
Please. I don't know who fed you that rubbish, but...
Read your governess's diary. You played together, were inseparable. Henriette'd get you into trouble sometimes, sure. But there were also times she stood up for you. When you had nightmares, only she could calm you. Time eats away at memories, distorts them. Sometimes we only remember the good. Sometimes only the bad.
If she loved me so, why did she wash her hands?
Did she try to punch the window?
Syanna, you were exiled when she was how old? 12? 13? She was a child. What was she supposed to do? Rebel? Organize a coup? Steal your father's seal and forge a pardon? She was powerless. Wiped you from her memory not because she didn't care, but because your departure was traumatic for her. She forgot because that was the only way she could handle the pain.
Ugh. You really want a happy ending, don't you?
Always.
Ah, with all of us living happily ever after. Go, Witcher, or they'll give your medal to another. And that would be a shame.
Farewell, Syanna.
I hope I changed her mind, or, you know, gave her time to think about it. I still think they need to have a conversation.
Commander de la Tour would like to see you. Shall we go at once?
Let's go. Want to see him too. Damien.
Geralt, it's about time. Ready for the ceremony?
Oh, you don't look too good.
Your face doesn't look good.
Stating
It
the
looked even
obvious.
worse last I saw you.
I apply a balm of arnica. Yeah, I hardly feel it anymore.
Got some important information. Anna Henrietta was supposed to be Dettlaff and Syanna's 5th victim.
You are certain of this?
Completely.
I found
proof.
a note.
Inconceivable. How could she? The murders, the mayhem she brought down on the city, were they not enough? She sought to strike down her own sister, her liege. Traitor. I must alert my men. Enlarge the Duchess's honor guard. Make certain Sylvia Anna is closely watched during the questioning. I'll see to it personally. I thank you, Witcher, for alerting me, and I appreciate your attentiveness. Let's begin the ceremony. Come with me. The Duchess awaits.
Oh. This feels kind of private, actually.
Name, I beg
I
your
thought it'd be near the palace.
Your enlightened highness. Without barrels, production will come to a stop, and it will be the end of us.
You lost them all in the fire. These are horrible tidings. Oh, we are most dreadfully saddened.
Yes, your enlightened highness all. Once the beasts had clawed their way into the warehouse, the whole place went up in flames.
I shall dispatch a palace guardsman to examine the site of the blaze. If things are, as you say, fitting compensation shall be paid from the ducal treasury.
Thank you, your enlightened highness.
I'm glad we didn't have to, like,
Your Grace,
go against
Geralt
her,
of
though.
Rivia has arrived.
I
My
thought
dear
we might have.
subjects, we come now to our next point of business. Of all the duties which fall upon my shoulders, as the ruler of this dominion, this duty is dearest to my heart. For now, we shall award the Order of Vitis Vinifera, Toussaint's highest honor.
Geralt of Rivia, slayer of the beast of Beauclair, step forth.
What am I doing?
We bestow the
Was it
distinction
that sting
upon
off?
the Witcher, who saved Beauclair from the terrible beast. Such is our desire. May the symbol serve as a reminder to all that the Witcher shall forever remain a friend of Beauclair. In more familiar terms now, I thank you immensely, Geralt. Damien has your reward for you. After all, it was but a contract.
Thank you.
I have a small surprise for you, in addition. I give you more than a dozen barrels of Son Real, a wine normally reserved for the ducal table. The gustatory experience of a lifetime awaits. Are you content?
I don't know if I should ruin this by telling her about Syanna right now, so I'm sure her guards are gonna tell her later on.
Feels like a second distinction. I'm honored. Thank you.
I trust you shall make good use of it.
Unless she's gonna mention something about her
In
sister.
a moment I shall speak to Syanna.
Oh yeah, okay.
Will you assist me? You returned my sister to me, yet you also showed me her horrendous deeds. As head of state, I must judge her fairly. But she is my sister. Thus my heart bleeds for her.
And I think she should hear
If my
this.
presence will help in any manner, of course I'll stay.
We shall now question a person implicated in the murders which recently ravaged our fair city of Beauclair. Captain de la Tour, show Sylvia Anna in.
I still haven't found out why she always does that thing with the hand.
The Witcher will take part in our talk.
The Duchess requested I be present.
You have committed crimes. Grave crimes. Yet you are my sister. And my heart does not allow me to treat you as a common criminal. Thus I have asked Geralt to advise me, as one impartial. I shall now hear what he has to say.
Bitterness consumes Syanna. She had cause to resent many of the court of Beauclair. I know her reasons, understand them even. But I can't condone the actions she chose to take.
What is he talking about, Syanna?
You know exactly what. I was forcibly exiled, remember? To your benefit. You knew well the throne would then be yours, though I was the elder. The ministers I can understand. They'd hated me since I was a child, thought me a poor prospect for the wife of a duke. I even understand our parents had always sensed the problem. They simply feared me, for I dared to be free. That fabricated curse, it fell into their laps. A gift from above that brought relief. But you... your dagger hurt most. You were my Henrietta, dammit. My darling little sister. Now do you understand, Witcher? She betrayed me.
I think we already went over this, and she was a kid and all. She couldn't have done anything.
Claim to understand them all? Why'd you come back for revenge? Have them all cut down then?
They deserved my vengeance. They detested me, all of them, as long as I can remember. But Henrietta understood me. Once. She was all I could cling to. Her betrayal hurt the most.
You were children then. You and your sister both had no control over what happened.
You're wrong, Witcher. She had control. Remember, dear sister? The day they banished me from the palace. Of course, I'd had the idea to pelt the Nilfgaardian envoy with fish bladders, which we filled with rancid suet on a lark. And which you set afire at the last, to impress me, I imagine. And I admit, you did. Hit him right in his hideous bald patch. Never laughed so hard in my life.
But when it came time to find the culprit, you said not a word. I took all the blame and all the punishment. It's true. I did not stand up for you. I was too afraid. The council was unanimous. They listed all my offenses. My flights from the palace, supposed acts of cruelty, inappropriate friendships. They cast me out, but you, the only one to understand me, you cowered in a corner, lifted not a finger to help. Not before, not after. You never tried to find me.
That's not true. I searched for you. Sent out knights, gathered tidings from without. You did not wish to be found. Since the day you vanished, I have lived with the knowledge that I failed you. I'm sorry, dear sister. Can you forgive me?
I made all the right decisions.
All in all, best part of the whole ceremony? It was short.
Perhaps for you, as you ducked out early. The others are probably just getting started. The drunkenness never ends in this quaint realm.
Not so fond of Toussaint after all, are we?
Oh, this place is like a strong wine, Geralt. Good in small sips. How do you find my personal brew? Not too strong?
Just right.
Credit the local mandrake of the Alrauna diavolis variety for that. The tubers which grow in this area's volcanic soil have an altogether unique flavor profile and display a remarkably uncommon dark brown tint.
Fascinating. All I can say is this batch turned out excellent.
Indeed. It might be wise to stockpile some roots for the future. Would you care to accompany me?
You decide to go root picking now? It's dark out.
Geralt. Even were I generously to assume it had simply slipped your mind that I am a vampire and thus need no light to see, I'd never believe you had also forgotten that you likewise have absolutely no trouble seeing in the dark. So, shall we?
If you think it's a good idea, let's go.
More bonding
I think
time?
you might be forgetting one thing. Fresh mandrake root of this variety is highly toxic, even to a witcher.
Ah, not a problem. I never forget matters of safety and hygiene in alchemy. Here, gloves and a mask. Don them, and you shall be in no danger.
Thanks. Right then, let's go. Penny for your thoughts. Let me guess. Succubus twins?
No, I was thinking about, how anything can look interesting when properly lit.
Even an old necrophage corpse?
You've not an ounce of refinement in you, have you?
Right, I'm gonna go ahead. This. What do we need this for? Are we doing this for fun? Or I'm guessing for a potion, right? Why would we do it for fun? I'm hearing animals. Where in the world? Oh, there's one. That's it? I thought I needed to pick up 3.
Now, where'd that bloodsucker go? Won't be easy to track down. He is a vampire after all.
Yeah, but I can track him. I'm gonna pick this up though. Oh, he's this way. I thought he might be near like the water.
Damn it, where'd you go?
I see footprints. So he didn't transform
Regis.
into ash. Did he actually go towards the wolves? What's happening here? Oh, not again. No more of these.
Those Bruxy,
They never stop.
They called you a traitor.
Alas, we've a very simple code of honor, we vampires. So simple you might call it trivial. Either one is with us, unconditionally, regardless of the circumstances, or...
Won't let it go, will they?
They will not. Fortunately, we've another rule, an unwritten one, and just as trivial as the first. It is neatly summarized in the saying, out of sight, out of mind. That is why I must leave Toussaint. For a vastly long time, most like.
Yeah, I get it.
This is goodbye then?
Camp. I've an overwhelming desire to have another drink. Supreme bouquet. Firm, defined beginning, then develops gently, rising to a startling finish. Don't you think?
Not much of a connoisseur.
Then it is high time you started your education. After all, the Corvo Bianco vineyard is now yours. By the way, I left a gift for you at your new home. On the nightstand.
Wait, what? He's giving me the winery?
Telling me what it is?
A trifle. That will nonetheless be useful should you need mutagens. Incidentally, have you thought about what you'll do with your prize? Shall you hang your swords over the mantle and take to pruning vines?
Don't really know yet. I'd find the life of a hard-working vintner too tempting one day. Or maybe I'll just stick to the path, go on roaming, staring up at the stars after laying my bedroll at the roadside.
Ah, roadsides, bedrolls, and the sky above. I sense some poetry coming on, which of course brings to mind Dandelion. I can remember a night, not too far from here if I'm not mistaken. We hid in a cave while a blizzard raged all about. Does that sound at all familiar?
How could it not? We just set off to rescue Ciri from Vilgefortz.
Oh, our encounter with Vilgefortz. That is something I do not remember so fondly.
Why can't I remember
That
him from the
first
main
stay in
game?
Beauclair, far
Must have been
calmer
too
than
long
this.
since I played it.
Seemed like a land straight out of a fairy tale back then. Its sole problem, cellars too small to accommodate all that wine.
Appearances, Geralt. Appearances, like Mamoons and Dopplers, deceive. So what did become of Vilgefortz?
Killed him. Sure wasn't easy, though. What about you? Any idea where you'll go?
Distance is of the essence. I thought I might venture south.
Nilfgaard?
Why ever not? The Nilfgaardians are a modern society. None there believe in vampires anymore. This fact alone could be very useful to one wishing to remain incognito.
Interesting point of view. I
Must
so
feel
don't
really
feel like
peaceful
going
there,
anywhere.
like next to the water.
Sit here a while longer.
So we shall, my friend. We have witnessed, and in fact on several occasions incited, many great and weighty events. After all that toil, I believe we deserve a bit of a rest.
That we do.
Welcome home, sir. I am Barnabas Basil Faulty. By order of the Duchess, I shall serve you as Major Domo of Corvo Bianco.
I don't think that would be necessary, but okay.
I previously served with distinction at the Nibley family manor and in Nazaire with Admiral Rompali, who, as you are certain to know, is an extraordinary, demanding gentleman.
Whoa, Barnabas Basil. One thing you ought to know. I'm not your typical landed gentleman. Truth be
Really?
told, this is the first real property I've ever owned.
Oh, in that case, you must leave it all to me. I shall organize, see to everything, and whip the house into order. I dare say this place will soon be the most prosperous vineyard around.
Great. Can already see I'm in good hands.
Prior to undertaking anything in that regard, sir, I feel I should inform you that someone has been awaiting your arrival.
Who might that be?
You must forgive me, I do not know. Alas, your guest failed to give a name.
So you
One
just
last
let them
request before you
in the
go in to see
house?
them. Please, come and find me afterwards. I have yet to give you a tour of the estate.
He just let the stranger in. Well, I'm not supposed to fight anything else, and this is supposed to be my safe place? So... I don't know.
Unexpected as ever.
That's no stranger. Well, it's good to see her again. I didn't expect her to be here. Or in the DLCs, actually. I mean, we had a note from her, but I didn't expect to actually meet up.
Beautiful as ever.
Won't you even ask why I've come? Or how I found you?
Wouldn't get a straight answer anyway.
Quite true.
Used to bother me, all your secrets. Now I know if you have something to tell me, you'll tell me. Don't need to ask.
I missed you, Geralt. Madly.
She
Come
just said that
outside.
before, but she
We
was
can
being
hold
sarcastic when
hands
she
and
said it.
Stare at the sky.
Oh wait,
like
she's being
some
sarcastic
shitty
again.
two-crown romance.
This is a nice surprise, though.
Brought quite a few books. Let me guess. Working on a new spell?
Not at all. These aren't grimoires, just pleasure reading. The Name of the Orchid. A widower for half a year.
Always thought you too busy to make time for something as impractical as pleasure reading.
Because I was. But now I'm not. A few weeks ago, I awoke to the realization that I know not what to do next. I have no plan. I have no goal. And you know what? I like that. Finally, I can stop thinking about politics and focus on what's important to me. Which is why I came here.
How did she know to get here, though? How did
Liking
she know I have a
Toussaint so
house?
far?
The landscape's lovely and the towns are charming, no question about that.
But
But the southern sun plays havoc with my wardrobe. To be blunt,
That's
wear
true.
black
She
down
is
here
wearing
and you're
black.
pretty damn hot.
I'm wearing black armor,
might need to
so
think
don't
about
touch
changing
it.
your color palette. Off-white and pea green, for instance.
And I'll wear scents distilled from turnips and daisies. I think I shall simply stay in the shade. And you'll bring me cool drinks. At regular intervals.
Sure thing.
Bring you whatever you want, you know? Feels kinda strange having a home.
I must say I never pictured you owning real estate.
Was something of an accident, but I'm not about to complain. Yen, back then, before we fought the hunt, said you wanted to run away with me to the world's end. This vineyard, good enough?
I would say it's good enough.
Yes, although there's one thing missing.
Namely,
I shall give you a hint. It's large, white,
Unicorn.
has 4 legs, category taxidermy.
oh yeah, the unicorn.
I'm sure she'll bring it along the way or something. She'll do
Fine.
anything to bring it.
You can bring it down here.
I knew you'd see things my way.
Ever thought this day would come? Me and you, peace and quiet. Bees buzzing, birds chirping.
I almost regret delaying so long before coming to you. I was quite the silly goose.
You have doubts? Though I imagine it might have been hard coming after me. Always were proud as a peacock.
Please, Geralt. I'm not like other sorceresses to feel that following someone means my wings have been clipped.
Ooh, watch what you say about your colleagues. Remember, it's an ill bird that fouls its own nest.
Well said, Witcher. You're not only handsome, but wise, too. I feel a bit like the cat that got the canary.
Yeah, and I'm... Damn it, you win. This time.
It seems like she wins every time, though.
How'd that start, anyway? Our duels in wordplay.
Forgotten? It was at a vernissage in Banard. You started it to keep from going mad with boredom. I remember finding your sense of humor both groan-worthy and somehow endearing. Never change, Geralt. I beg you.
I don't want to talk later, I just want to sit here.
So, talk again later?
Of course. I'm not going anywhere.